Right, so I just got back from an exchange. Basically, I went to buy a second-hand Exoterra vivarium. Alright, so I'm gonna give you a quick overview of what it looks like. I got this for a steal. Like, honestly, one of these go for about £80 a line, but I got it for about 15, so it was pretty cheap. It looks good. Everything is working fine, I think. The bit at the top is starting to rust a bit, but I think I can just buy some chicken wire or some form of mesh and just exchange that. So this is the inside. It comes with a foam background. That's gonna go away. I don't think I'm gonna be using that anytime. I think this is gonna be a cool project to tackle, so I'm very excited for that. First thing I need to do is fucking clean this whole thing, because there's so much like watermarks all over the place. It's dusty, it's kind of gritty, but overall it works fine. I need to make sure if there are any leaks, because I think what I'm going to do is, so far I have this idea in my head. I pretty much like the sound of water at night when I sleep. So whenever it's raining, I know I'm going to have a good sleep, because I just like the sound of water. And I've seen people making these with like custom waterfalls, and they look amazing. Okay, so far what I've done, I've completely cleaned the vivarium. I washed it off last night, and I let it dry off overnight, and I washed it again in the morning, and right now I'm letting it, well, I give it another wash, but this time I used a reptile disinfectant, so that it kills all types of bacteria like salmonella and whatnot. This should be completely safe to use as of right now. Once it dries, I'm going to put on the expanding foam. Alright, so as you can see guys, it's covered pretty much the entire thing. I'm really hoping that it doesn't actually break the glass. Right, so it's been about 14 hours since I've done this, and it is pretty hard, and what I'm going to do now is basically just cut the excess bits at the top and just try to shape this properly. Okay, so just a quick update. I've been carving all the foam away and making it look like a rock, like a rocky wall or some sort. I don't need to do anything else for the top. So yeah, it's closing nicely, as you can see. If you want to open it, everything. I don't really like this top. I prefer the new ones, the ones with the little clips at the side. But yeah, everything is working nicely. Yeah, these are very hard to open with one hand. Fuck this. I don't know about these. I don't think I'll be using these, unless, well, I guess so. I'll be using these holes here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like some sort of holes where the cables go through. Obviously I'm not able to use the actual thing, but I will, like the way I'm going to put the tubing is going to be on this side. So I'm going to carve like a little pathway so that the tube and the cords can actually go through. I don't know about plants yet, but something that doesn't get too big. Something that is strong enough for like whatever animal I will be putting in here. Probably like maybe 1 or 2 frogs, or even a baby crested gecko. Okay, so I've just finished applying the slate onto the foam. I just made some slits. I kind of made like a staircase sort of thing, so like the water is going to fall from up here and just hopefully drop down properly all the way down. Right, so I just received my water pump, and I'm about to do my first water test. So the water actually does work. So everything seems to be fine. This is the lowest setting. I should have filled this bucket a little bit more, but it is working and it's actually fairly quiet. Right, so it's been almost a week since I started doing work on this, and so far I guess I've pretty much finished now. I did a water test last night. That's why some of the slate is a bit wet, and everything was working fine, except that the tube that I was actually using, which was this one, it was, as you can see, was way too big, and it isn't very it's not very flexible. So I had to buy some new tube. So I had to buy a new type of tube today, and I got this one, which is really flexible.
So I decided to go for a crested gecko. I found a guy online that was actually selling quite a few of them. He had a 4-month-old one and a bunch of like 2 months old. This little guy here is 2 months old and he's doing great. I mean, he's a bit jumpy, and that's to be expected from such a small little thing.
Alright, so I just took my little gecko out because I need to plant the plants inside the enclosure. He's sleeping right now and he looks awesome. You can see how tiny he is. I'm just going to give you a quick overview just in case I wake him up, because he will jump. But he's awesome, man. Look at this. He looks brown right now for some reason, but in reality, well, in the camera he looks a bit brown, but in reality he's actually like an orange color at the top with a bit of beige, and he has like tiger patterns, and the dark areas are basically grey, like a faint grey, but when he fires up I've seen him go into a very dark grey, and it looks awesome because I really wanted to get one of these guys. I think he's waking up right now, but yeah, this guy is incredibly cute. I wish he would do that thing where he licks his face. It's the cutest thing in the world. So here you go, guys, here it is. I don't know what I'm going to name him. I like the name Glenn, after The Walking Dead. There you go, come on, climb up. He's probably going to jump. There we go. He's enjoying his new house. He's probably going to go behind the waterfall, because usually when he's scared, that's where he likes to go. But here you go. Quite a final look on the enclosure before I close this. He's going to jump. I think he's going to jump. Nah, never mind. Alright. I'm going to leave him alone now. He's probably going to... Oh, there we go. Did you see that? He jumped. This is why I love these guys. Can you see the little lick? No, you can't see it. Alright. He's probably going to go to bed now. Hopefully he doesn't fall. He went to hide on that little log thing up there. Alright guys, so the stuff that I ordered from Swirl Reptiles just came in, and I'm going to show you the lights I'll be using for the vivarium. Alright, so this is the stuff I ordered. Okay, so some antibacterial wipes. I'll be using this after handling my reptiles, after handling the gecko mainly because he goes everywhere. Some antiseptic gel. This is basically so that whenever I'm done with the gecko, I can wash my hands first of all, and then I'll use some of this before I handle Logan. Let's see, some feather tongs. These are just some tongs just to grab crickets. I tried grabbing them with my hands the other day and they went everywhere. Alright, so this is a LED night light. This is basically for nighttime viewing. And this is the main light. This is what's going to help me to grow the plants that I have inside the vivarium. Alright, so I have a ceramic holder for the lamp I'll be using, and this is the Arcadia Jungle Dawn. Alright guys, so this is what the Arcadia looks like when it's on, and this is incredibly bright. So let me just show you real quick what it looks like. Yeah, I think this is what will make it justice. But as you can see so much stuff now in detail. Now I can show you the plants properly. You can see the red veins on the red vein plant. Moss. I don't know if you can see any springtails in there? I don't see any. Oh yeah, you do see some, but they're very tiny, so you can't really see them. But yeah, you can see everything, man. This light is awesome. Look at this little guy.
So I made a few upgrades to the enclosure. I got him one of these Exoterra vines, and I also bought him some more plants for him to hide into, and he can also use for drinking water.
There you go. Why is he so cute?